Hey, it's Creative Chef Shannon here from Cooking and Golf. Okay, so today what I'm going to do is I'm going to do traditional tandoori chicken, and I'm going to do it on the barbecue. So when I was 15 years old, I went to an Indian restaurant and it just absolutely blew my mind. And ever since then I've been on this mission to find original Indian recipes. And so a very good friend of mine, Raj, has kindly given me his tandoori chicken recipe. Alright, so let's get into it. Alright, so this is what we've got. So what I've got here is I have got some plain yogurt, unsweetened yogurt, and I've actually hung it in muslin for the last 24 hours just to get rid of all that moisture. So it's quite firm, okay, as you can see. Also what I've got here is I've got 2 tablespoons of turmeric, 2 tablespoons of chili powder. What I've got here is I've got 2 tablespoons of crushed ginger and 2 tablespoons of crushed garlic. Now this is the real stuff. This isn't that nasty stuff out of a jar. I've actually crushed it myself. Here I've got about a handful of fenugreek leaves. So now with these leaves, all I've done is I put them in a pan, toasted them lightly, and then crushed them up with my fingers, just like that. Okay. Right, next what I've got here is I've got 1 tablespoon of ground cumin, 1 tablespoon of ground coriander, and 1 teaspoon of ground black pepper. And lastly, here I've got 3 tablespoons of mustard oil. Okay, and also the juice of 1 lemon. Alright, first of all what I need to do is I need to heat the mustard oil till it starts smoking. And then I'm going to add it to the turmeric and the chili powder. Now this apparently is the secret way to making tandoori chicken, as this is the part that apparently a lot of people don't show you. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add the yogurt, and then I'm going to add the fenugreek leaves. Then I'm going to add the ground cumin, coriander and pepper. Then I'm going to add the crushed garlic and ginger. And goes the lemon juice. Now the mustard oil is just starting to heat up and has this really intense mustard smell to it. Alright, let's just put that to one side. So this is the secret. A lot of people won't show you this apparently. Alright, it's nearly there, just starting to smoke. Okay, so now as you can see the mustard oil is starting to smoke. And then what I'm going to do, see this? Pour this straight in there. Now it actually has this really intense smell to it. Just going to mix it all up. Okay. I actually thought that when I tried this the other day, I actually thought that when I put the mustard oil in here it would actually burn the spices, but it doesn't. It actually just toasts them. It has this really intense smell to it. It does. It's actually a wonderful smell. Okay, add that in there. mix it all together. Now I'm going to marinate some chicken thighs, skinless boneless chicken thighs in here, and I'm going to marinate it for 12 hours. Okay, longer the better. You can do up to 24 hours. The last one I did for 12 hours and it was pretty good. So let's do 12 hours again. Chicken is marinated and wrapped. Now I'm going to put it in the fridge for 12 hours, and then when we come back I'm going to cook it on the barbecue over charcoal. Now I don't have a tandoori oven handy, so I'm going to try and get the same amount of heat that you get out of a tandoor oven and see where we go. Put it on skewers, barbecue it, see what happens. Alright, see you in 12 hours. Been 12 hours. This is chicken. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'll put it on skewers. We threaded the chicken, now we're going to go out to the barbecue. Alright, chicken's on the barbecue. So all I'm just using charcoal, and I'm basting a little bit of butter on top of it, just to create a little bit of smoke. And the skewers are getting quite hot, so we'll turn them in a second. We'll get a bit of colour on them and then I'll turn them, and I will put the lid on the barbecue. I'm using direct heat to cook these, not indirect. Probably the barbecue will be open, but I will close it just to give it that last little kick. So I've just put the lid on the barbecue and open the vents right up. Get that oxygen pumping through, because I want it fairly hot. And we'll leave it like that for about 10 minutes. Alright, it's been 10 minutes, and I would say I'm a bit ambitious thinking I could get my barbecue as hot as a tandoor oven, because that hasn't happened. So as you can see, there's quite a lot of colour on there and it smells fantastic. However, it's going to need a little bit longer, because as you can see, some of that chicken is still quite soft and it's still a little bit pink in the middle. So I would say another 5 minutes and we'll be ready to rock and roll. It's been another 15 minutes, so all up it was 30 minutes to cook this, which was longer than I expected. That was due to me thinking that I could actually get my barbecue hot as a tandoor oven, which I can't. Hey look, tandoor oven is a tandoor oven, barbecue is a barbecue, and that's what it is. So I'm going to take them off, and then we'll start putting something together, okay, and then let's have a try and see how it goes. Alright, see you back in the kitchen. Alright, I've got some roti. Also what I've done is I've prepped some vegetables. So what we've got here, a little bit of tomato, a little bit of coriander, some fresh chilies from my garden. I've also crumbled up some feta, and I've made a very basic mustard mayonnaise. Okay, so let's put something together. Mustard mayonnaise on the bottom. I know this isn't traditional, but why should it be? Okay, a little bit of coriander, a bit of tomato, some of that fantastic tandoori chicken. Alright, a little bit of feta. A quick grating of salt, very fine. Let's roll it up. Alright, so we're making almost like a New Zealand style wrap. Alright, of tandoori chicken. I've got my son Logan here, who did the ribeye steak with the béarnaise sauce with me, and he's going to try it because he's watched me make it. So Logan, give it a go.
Yeah.
What do you think?
That's really good. I like it. It's delicious.
Yep.
Mm.
Excellent. That's fantastic. So there it is, my tandoori chicken. You don't have to do it on a barbecue. You can do it. You can do it in a grill or a broiler, or you can bake it in the oven. Do whatever you want. Up to you. But I suggest that you try this, because this tandoori chicken is absolutely fantastic. It reminds me of when I was 15 years old, and when I went to that Indian restaurant and I tried that Indian food. This brings back those memories, and that is how I create food from memories. Alright, so this is Shannon and
Logan
from Cooking and Golf, and we're out.